All right, Shalom, Israel. Shema Yasharala Yahweh Eloheinu Yahweh Hud. Shema Yasharala Yahweh Eloheinu Yahweh Hud. All right. Call off Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who going to teach well, and hearty shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. It's going to come with a quick lesson. The reward for disobedience. All right. And a reward. Let's get these two definitions right quick. I'm going to keep that up there. All right. Reward is a thing given in recognition of one's services, effort, or achievement. All right. So the services, effort, and achievement of Israel has been wickedness. Right. And the reward for that has been substantial. All right. Let's look at the word disobedience. All right. Disobedience, failure or refusal to obey rules or Salaki or someone in authority. All right. And that's what Israel has done, right? We have refused to obey the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? As it's going to tell us. I'm going to get straight to the point. All right. This is Deuteronomy 15 and 28 and 15, Salakia. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right, let's look at this word observe right quick and curse. All right, the word for observe is shamar. All right, to keep, guard, observe, give heed. All right, to give heed. Let's look at heed. To pay attention to, take notice of. Right. All right. To observe, celebrate, keep. All right, perform. All right. That's the word shamar in the Hebrew. To perform, give heed to, so on and so forth. Right. And that's the same thing as doing. All right. Now let's look at this word curse. All right. Kola, la. All right. A curse of vexation, execration. If I'm saying that word right, Salakia. Execration. All right. It said to fill or to loathe for something. All right. It says here abusively, despairing speech or writing. All right. Vilification. All right. But a curse. All right. Let's look at this in the GNT. Right. That was Deuteronomy 28:15. But let's look at it in the GNT. It says, but if you disobey, all right, not taking heed to, not observing, all right, not performing, how your power is to faithfully keep all his commandments and laws that I'm giving to you today, all these evil things will happen to you. All right, evil things. All right, curses. Let's look at, I got the definition for curses, and then we're going to go over a few of them. All right, so this is in the Bible dictionary app that I got on my iPhone. It says curse. It says to utter a wish of evil against one, to imprecate evil upon, to call for mischief or injury to fall upon. All right, and that's what it is. These curses have done, as we're going to read some of them. Right. It says to injure, to subject to evil, to vex, harass, or torment with great calamities. All right. Let's see. There was one more. Affliction, torment, great vexation. All right. It says, here we go. To utter imprecations, Salakia, to affirm or deny with imprecations of divine vengeance. All right. And all those definitions sum up to curses and divine vengeance or reward for disobedience to Yahweh Shema Shai is these curses. Now, I just want to read some of them. All right. It says here in Deuteronomy in the GNT says the Lord will curse everything you do. All right. So the Lord is going to bring evil upon, injure. Okay. Over some of these other words. Torment, great vexation. All right. To harass or torment with great calamities. All right. So let's read some of these. The Lord, this is Deuteronomy 28:22. It says the Lord will strike you with infectious diseases, with swelling and fever. All right. Is that not an evil? Is that not a curse? Is that not a vexation? All right. All right. He will send drought and scorching winds to destroy your crops. That's a great calamity because how are you going to eat? Right. Even though that happened when, in the time when we were in the land and the famines that came upon Israel. All right. When I say Israel, the northern kingdom during like King Ahab's reign, I can't recall in my mind if the southern kingdom went through a famine, right? But nonetheless, it's a great calamity. It says these disasters will be with you until you die, right? Evil, man. All right. No rainfall. No rain will fall, your ground will become as hard as iron. Instead of rain, Yahweh will send down dust storms and sandstorms until you are destroyed. This is a great calamity because people aren't able to eat. People will lose their minds because they're not able to eat. There was an instance in there in the book of Kings when King Ahab was the king that individuals had to eat their children. I believe it was under King Ahab, right? It says here in Deuteronomy 28:28, the Lord will make you lose your mind. All right. He will strike you with blindness and confusion. Right. There's another one. Hold on. Here we go. Verse 34. Your sufferings will make you lose your mind. Right. That the things that you go through in your day-to-day life because of the curses, because of the evils that have been put upon us, the Lord making us lose our minds, man, or has made us lose our minds. But through the mercy and the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, we have understanding of why we're going through these things. There's a scripture in Ecclesiastes where it says, I can't remember off the top of my head, but basically, I'm not even going to speak on it because I can't remember. But this is part of evil, man. People are suffering from anxiety and depression. People are on drugs because of the suffering that they got to go through in their life. But this is part of the curses, man. All right. Let's see a few more, then I got to get ready to go to work. Just a quick little lesson. But these are curses, man. All right. It says here, the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, will bring against you a nation from the ends of the earth, a nation whose language you do not know. They will swoop down on you like an eagle. They will be ruthless and show no mercy to anyone, young or old, right? And going back into, a little bit of history, Israel was attacked. Israel, all right, and Judah, they were attacked. They attacked each other. All right, Israel and Judah, they had wars amongst each other, but then they had wars amongst the nations that were around about them. But ultimately, during the last three kings of Judah, all right, there were instances where Nebuchadnezzar came through and pillaged the city of Judah. And on the third time, when I believe it was Hezekiah was the king, let me look at that. The last king of Judah was Zedekiah, Slakia, right? So Joachim, Joachim, and Zedekiah, during that time frame, there were instances where Nebuchadnezzar came through and started to pillage the land because of wickedness, right? And then ultimately during the reign of Zedekiah, that's when Judah fell, right? Now in today's time, you got these other nations, especially Esau. He came and dragged us from West Africa during during the slave trade, right? Took Judah from West Africa, took Gad from America, and just was trading us throughout the four corners, right? Or throughout those from West Africa to America, from America to Europe, so on and so forth, right? uh, those things had an effect on us mentally and emotionally, right? I can't find it, but it says your suffering will make you lose your mind. The things that you had to go through, and that's part of it, being separated from your family, watching your family be killed, right? As it said, they will show no mercy to young or old, and they haven't, right? Let's see. Here we go. This is Deuteronomy 28:58. If you do not obey faithfully all of Yahweh's teachings that are written in the book, if you do not honor the wonderful and awesome name of Yahweh, your power, he will send on you and your descendants incurable diseases and horrible epidemics that can never be stopped. You got Jake with all kind of diseases. Let's look through this. Here we go. Sickle cell, AIDS, high blood pressure, stroke, kidney, asthma, HIV, gonorrhea, coronary heart disease, glaucoma, lung cancer. And this all comes from, certain aspects of your diet, all right? And also, your sexual activity, right? Here and here and here. But high blood pressure, you're eating, same thing here. But these are some of the diseases that affect the so-called Neo Latinos and Native American Indians, right? Let's see. Here we go. American Indians and Alaskan Natives continue to die at higher rates than other Americans in many categories, including chronic liver disease, cirrhosis, diabetes, unintentional injuries, assault, homicide, and intentional self-harm, suicide, chronic lower respiratory disease. All right, and all these things are suffering that the Lord put on us, man. All right. He will send on you and your descendants incurable and horrible epidemics that can never be stopped. And again, those things tie into, especially with Gad, those things tie into, let me see, where is it at? Can't find it. I'll find it. Give me a second. Your sufferings will cause you to lose your mind, right? It said intentional self-harm, suicide, all right, assault and homicide. All these things cause Jake to go off, man. It's the curses, the evils, man. All right. That's about it, man. All right. It says, day and night you will be filled with terror and you will live in constant fear of death. All right. Your hearts will pound with fear at everything you see. Every morning you will wish for evening. Every evening you will wish for morning. All right. Just evils, man. Evils and nothing but evils, man. All right. Again, I'm going to read it, what curses are. All right. It says to wish a evil, to utter a wish of evil against one, to imprecate evil upon, to call for mischief or injury to fall upon, right? And that's what these curses are. Mischief and injury to fall upon you, so-called to fall upon us, all right? To injure, to subject to evil, to vex, harass, torment with great calamities. All right. It says affliction, torment, great vexation. And it says, condemnation, sentence of divine vengeance on sinners. And that's what it is. We are the sinners. You so-called Neo-Latinos and Native American Indians, and these curses are used on us to show that we are the Israelites, right? It says, that was it. Yeah, that was it. All right, but Lord will you edify, all right, the reward for disobedience is these curses, man. All right. All right, shalom, shalom.